That morning I checked my account. $450K was gone. Then came the message. Thanks for the house and the car. This morning I checked my bank balance online. A string of red numbers stared back at me. -$450,000. For a moment the world tilted on its axis. It had to be a mistake, a glitch in the system. And then my phone buzzed with a text message that made my blood run cold. Thanks for the house and the car, Mom. I just smiled. A slow, chilling smile that didn't reach my eyes. My dear daughter had no idea whose credit card that really was. The next day she would be crying at my door. My name is Carolyn. I'm 67 years old, and I've always believed I'd seen it all. I've weathered recessions, navigated personal loss, and built a life from scratch. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for the quiet horror of waking up to discover my own daughter had stolen nearly $500,000 from me while I slept. Diana, or Jessica as I renamed her, was always meant to be my everything. I adopted her when she was 3 years old. She was a tiny, fragile thing with enormous haunted eyes, the sole survivor of a car accident that had claimed both her biological parents. I first saw her in a sterile room at the foster agency, clutching a threadbare teddy bear, not crying, just vacant. In that moment I made a silent vow. I would fill that emptiness. I would give her everything. And I did. I gave her my youth, watching from the sidelines as my friends traveled the world and climbed their respective career ladders. I gave her my marriage. My husband, a good man named Robert, had wanted children of his own, but my singular, all-consuming focus on this traumatized little girl created a rift between us that time could never heal. He saw a child who needed a firm hand. I saw a broken bird who needed mending. He left when Jessica was 7. I gave her my dreams, shelving my ambitions of becoming a CPA to work a series of jobs that offered flexibility over fulfillment. Cleaning offices, waitressing, bookkeeping for small businesses. Anything that allowed me to be there for every school play and every scraped knee. All of it for her. When I got home that morning, my hands still trembling from the stark, clinical numbers I'd seen on the bank's computer screen, Jessica was in the living room with her husband, Kevin. They were sitting on my worn floral sofa, a relic from a time when my biggest financial worry was the electric bill. Both of them wore a smirk that made a knot of acid form in my stomach. It was a smile of triumph, of smug superiority, as if they had just pulled off the heist of the century and I was the clueless old woman they'd so cleverly outsmarted. Mom, I have to tell you something, Jessica said, her voice laced with a false, bubbly excitement. She was fiddling with a key fob, the sleek logo of a luxury German car brand glinting under the dim living room light. Kevin and I bought a house. She jumped up, her face a mask of manufactured joy. A beautiful house, she continued, her eyes shining with a light I hadn't seen in years. It has a huge yard and 3 bedrooms, a real kitchen, not like this tiny one. Everything I ever dreamed of having. I felt a strange, unnerving calm settle over me. The kind of quiet that precedes a hurricane. And where did you get the money for that, Jessica? I asked, my voice steady, almost serene. Too calm. Well, Kevin cleared his throat, puffing out his chest as if he'd personally earned every cent. We used your card. Jess said it was money you'd saved up for us, for our future. After all your hard work, we figured it was only fair that you help us get started. How convenient. How perfectly, cruelly calculated. For months my daughter had been siphoning money from me in small increments, little amounts she thought a forgetful old woman wouldn't notice. 1,000 here for car repairs, 2,000 there for a dental emergency. But this time she'd gone for the grand prize. $450,000 in a single devastating transaction. Jessica, I said, my